How did my father die?
A young Jedi named Darth Vader.
So Anakin Skywalker, I just heard this sound from the new Kenobi show that, sorry if it's dark, I just got up. I've not seen Kenobi yet, but I do plan to. I think Hayden Christensen reprises his role as Anakin Darth Vader. Anakin, as I realize it now, growing up as a grown-ass 32-year-old woman, I realize that he became what he became because he's a broken man who has a broken background. Because he lived as a slave, just as his mother Shmi was a slave. And he's had a whole lot of obstacles in regards to the Jedi Force. Well, the Jedi Order, I guess. Because from what I remember, Master Windu and Master Yoda didn't want him joining the Jedi forces to be a Jedi. But Liam Neeson's character in episode 1, Qui-Gon, was adamant that Anakin should be trained. That Qui-Gon would be the one to train him. But that didn't happen because Qui-Gon got killed by Darth Maul. So Obi-Wan took up that responsibility from Qui-Gon. But I think that Anakin was seduced by the dark side, for sure. Is he a broken man? Yes, Anakin is. And because, as I said, he had a rough background. Him and his mother were slaves. And they didn't have much as a way of income. And Anakin's mother doesn't know who the father is. Because if I remember right, that Anakin was like, it's like those sperm banks, kind of, where the guy goes there, does his thing, and leaves. And she got artificially inseminated. So, don't know who the father is. Could be Palpatine. Could be somebody totally different. But at first, Obi-Wan had... Okay, I'm getting way off track here. When you look back on episodes 1 through 3 from the early 2000s, you see how Anakin changes. He obviously always wore dark robes, whereas other Jedi members wore tan, beige, fawn-colored, brown-colored robes. Earthy tones, earthy. And Anakin is like the only one that's wearing black. And because I was thinking as a little kid, I'm like, why is Anakin wearing all black while the others are wearing brown? and other earthy colors. And as I realize it now, he's still tormented by the past of his. And he cannot, or could not, escape all of that hatred and anger that he held towards that little flying creature thing that had him as a slave. I forgot what that thing was called. The one with the weird looking tusks and got a paunch of a belly and blue and tan and flies. But I guess in episode 2, he rescues his mom from, good Lord, I can't even remember what these little desert creatures are called. It's been a long time since I've even watched Star Wars episodes 1 through 3, okay? So, I mean, I still love Star Wars, but I'm just having a hard time remembering those little creatures are called, but in the original Star Wars, Luke questions about his father, and Obi-Wan is older, but I digress in going back to Anakin's anger and hostility towards those that, hurt him and his mother, kidnapped his mother. And so he killed all of them. He took revenge for his mother in the wrong ass way. But in his anger, he couldn't see clearly. And I think Anakin forgot at that particular moment that to become a Jedi, you cannot let anger cloud your judgment. But Anakin's anger, in my opinion, was so prominent that it overshadowed his judgment in that particular case. And I don't remember if he got reprimanded by Yoda or Windu. I'm sure he did by Obi-Wan. And plus, I was surprised that Ewan McGregor reprised his role as Obi-Wan, because I thought that he wouldn't want to reprise it. But anyway, seeing Anakin and hearing his voice through a voice simulator, a voice alternator, to make your voice sound different. Him saying, Anakin is gone. I am what remains. I am what that remains, or something like that. And it breaks my heart that he's not the same guy that became Darth Vader on Mustafar. I think that's how you say it. And he's become this damaged man that cannot go back to the way he was before, because he's broken beyond repair. He did this to himself in the long run. He lost his wife, his children, any other people he loved.